from us.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. And then arrange for us, sir.
Oh.
And one more important question is there, sir.
Sir, it is started live streaming now.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now we will start the
No
topic.
No. Okay. So, okay. Good evening to all of you.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
And now let us got it. So, one more important point we want to discuss actually here is that. So, in the previous session, we have started about the small industries development, SIDC, and so on. So,
yes,
let us complete that unit first. Then we will go by one of the units wise basis, and how better we can make it out, that we will see. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I hope so, sir.
Yeah. Then coming to the other important aspect now, let me share that particular screen.
Okay, sir.
I think it is visible to you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You are far better than engineering students, and they don't even say that. Is it visible? Means they don't talk. I am not able to understand whether they are visible or not. That is the problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Government initiatives on this.
So this is unit number?
Unit number
11.
11.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what are the government initiatives? That point we have taken. So 28. Right. So now the screen sharing is complete. So policy initiatives already, the policy formulation and implementation, technical input services, technology upgradation and modernization. These aspects that we have covered in previous sessions also. After the privatization, I have taken this particular small scale business activity. So when we are talking about the small scale business industry, so we have policy relating to the small scale sector, or that is the point also. Incentive schemes are there. Then problems of SSIU. This is what we have to cover on this. Let me briefly sum up on this. Small business is that is small scale industrial units. Actually, in the previous class, we have clearly analyzed about what is the definition of small scale industry, how the small scale industry is considered, and that is on number of employees basis, and then investment in the plant and machinery. After that, now at present it is there are so many hundreds of definitions are changed, and the investment in the plant and machinery of 3 crores is said to be a parameter to say whether a particular industry is a small scale industry or not. Then after that, 3 sectors are earlier made out. That is large scale industrial units, small scale industrial units, and tiny sector industrial units. But now tiny sector is almost closed. So then the policy imperatives were taken. And in the case of policy imperatives, policy establishment of 6 boards were made. That is Khadi Village Industries Board, Handloom Board, and a Sericulture Board, and a Small Scale Industries Board. These are made out. Then towards the objectives of that, government set up Village Small Scale Industries Committee. And in the committee, it is given that bulk of the increased production to consumer goods should be provided by VSC. So maximum number of consumer goods are to be provided, not for the industrial goods. So employment provided by these industries should be progressively increased. That means employment generation must be the objective here. National Small Industries Corporation was established in the year 1955. So National Small Industries Corporation, which basically instead of reserving the products, instead of asking them to produce and providing them employment, how long we can support the small scale industries? There is a change in the ideology. Then on the basis of that, Small Industries Corporation was established to provide the various modernization of plant and equipment. If I ask you to, in the Telugu also there is a slogan. ఇప్పుడు మనం 100 రూపీస్ అప్పుడు ఇస్తూ పోయామనుకోండి, వాడికి 100 రూపీసే ఉంటాడు వాడు. అదే మనం 100 రూపీస్ ఎర్న్ చేయడం నేర్పామనుకోండి, he will grow with that. So in the same way, small scale industrial development corporations, as long as they provide support, they are always seeking support, but they are not able to self-sustain. But as and when the National Industries Corporations, National Small Industries Corporation was established, it started providing the modernization of equipment. How better they can produce, how better they can modernize, how best they can produce, optimum utilization of the various resources, all these aspects are taken into consideration. And next one is industrial estate program. What is industrial estate? Already I have given you the example in that Balanagar industrial estate, Sanatnagar industrial estate, Jeermetla industrial estate. These are all
Cartesian
Cartesian industrial estate, right? So what is actually industrial estate? Industrial estate is an area where the government will come forward and provide various sort of facilities. Government will provide banks, government will provide roads, government will provide electricity, but at the same time, they offer various facilities also to the industries. And on the basis of that, the companies must come forward and set up their industries. These are the important element on that. And then later on, after industrial estate program also, technology development cell, all this point I had dictated to you, technology development cell was established. Technology development cell, that means basically providing the technological services to industries. Technological services to industries. Then in the last class, I have not told this. Factoring services. Factoring services. What is the FACTORING? Factoring services. What is the meaning of factoring service? Factoring means when the small industries they sell goods to some of the public. When they are not able to recover the money from the public, what they will do? They are becoming bad debts. So as and when they are becoming bad debt, automatically the firms are going bad or sick. Instead of that one, in case of factoring services, collection of the money from the various people to whom the goods are sold is given to a third party. Third party. Say, I sold goods to Mr. X. X is a debtor to me, but he is not paying me. Then that money is to be collected from third party, and that person will be paid commission for the purpose of collecting the money from this. This service is called as factoring service. This factoring service is established by the various banks also, the Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI, and so on and so forth. Then these are the various policy measures taken. Then government initiatives, policy formulation. Yes, government initiatives for the small scale industrial units. There is policy formulation, implementation. So policies are formulated. These points are covered, sir, last class.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. SIDO, that is formulation of coordination monitoring activities, and district industry centers for many district industry centers. For every district, one industry center will develop, and that will provide so much of assistance to that. Next, technical input services, and technical input services are given for techno-economical managerial aspects of this. So common testing centers, technical inputs, common testing centers. If 2-3 small scale industries are manufacturing similar type of product, they are tested at one place and they are given that. Then technology upgradation and modernization. Small scale industrial units, they will provide services for that. Then service initiative. Small industries, SIDO, Small Industries Development Organization, launched and implemented through the SISI network in the industrial specific cluster, specific modernization programs in the 1980s. Actually, before 1990, the small scale industrial sector was given a top priority. But after the 1991 industrial policy, because of liberalization and privatization, so much of restriction we are putting, but they are not able to come up. This is the slogan which are given by that. Then information to the foreign technology and technological transfer. Always technology is to be made available to the people. That is the initialization. Commercialization of indigenous technologies. Commercialization of indigenous technology. So what all the technologies that we are basically using in India, they must be used in a commercial aspect. Not just like we are using a tractor, just for example, for agricultural products. If I use a tractor, that is definitely technology adaptation. But when you are using a tractor, there must be a high level of production. There must be a high level of paddy, higher quantity of paddy, whether it is done or not, whether the particular goods are sold or not, properly utilized or not. All these aspects are to be taken care of in that. Then another one is marketing aspect. When you are talking about a marketing aspect, there is National Small Industries Corporation, NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, that supplies machinery, both indigenous and imported, for the purchase, basis of assistance, and more recently, it has taken up initiative small enterprises to exhibit exhibitions, industrial exhibitions and all. We are seeing industrial exhibition at Nampally. So there's so many small scale industrial organizations, they will come up and they will market their products, and they will, first of all, they will make aware about their products in the market, and so on. Then the major important area, that is finance. Actually, most of the small scale industrial sector organizations, they are failure because of the lack of finances on.
Yes.
See, very simple logic. In our India, whether it is India or Japan or America, whatever, but especially in India, if a multi-crore industrialist, make a phone call to the bank, bank will come and give loans. Bank will give loans and they will sanction the loan at their house. That's very true. Multi-crore industrialists, biggest industrialists, just they will make a phone call to the manager and manager will come to their residence or their office and they will sanction the loans. Whereas a small scale industrialist, if they ask 10 lakh rupees, then this industrialist has to rotate or wander to the bank for 100 times. Whereas industrialist, he don't come. Banker will wander to the 10th crores of that. Hire them. That is the problem of that. So finance is a basic problem for the small scale industries. How to avoid this particular problem? Then government identified this as a problem and Small Industries Development Bank of India, which is a subsidiary of the IDBI actually. Industrial Development Bank of India, it has become a subsidiary, it has established a subsidiary of Small Industries Development Bank of India to provide proper finances to the small industrial corporation. It has its own network. It has its own branches, almost all the states, and it has started setting up of the branches in the small scale sector, small industrial sector, clusters also, as well as. So then another important area is that entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship here? National Institute for the Entrepreneurship or small business development, National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. Earlier it became microeconomics, micro aspects, microfinancing. And so a separate institution was established to develop the ideology on the Small Industries Development Corporation. At the state level, state government has set up the entrepreneurship development industries to train and promote the first generation entrepreneur. In nowadays, what is happening? Every person, every student actually speaking, every student, he is coming with the idea of, yes, I want to, immediately after 10th class, Narayana or Chaitanya College, then intermediate, then BTech. What to do after BTech? You don't know, I don't know, you don't know. That's all. అంతేనండి ఇప్పుడు నేను చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్తున్నాను ఈ క్లాస్ రికార్డ్ అయినా నాకేం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు ఆ విషయంలో కొన్ని ఇష్యూస్ మాట్లాడాను కానీ కొన్ని ఇష్యూస్ నేను చాలా డెలిబరేట్ గా మాట్లాడుతాను what are they doing and what are they even I am a reputed institution that I know well but what is the use of doing it? Everybody doing engineering. If all are engineers, what is going to happen? That's it. Everybody is engineer, but where is a teacher? Very logically, that is the reason why I am telling you in the MCOM first year student that point also I want to tell you clearly actually. Everybody wants to be an engineer, that to software engineer only. What the software engineer do? Night out, stay back, morning sleep. అంటే వీళ్ళు రాత్రంతా పనిచేస్తారు పొద్దున వాళ్ళకి ప్రపంచం అంటే తెలియదు బాబు కాసిన వెళ్ళి 1 కేజీ బెండకాయలు తీసుకురారా అంటే వాడికి బెండకాయకి దొండకాయకి బీరకాయకి తడదు. That's it. So what is happening here? Social culture is going off. Social culture that is going off. So over the day, అంతేనండి వాడికి ఏం రాదండి వాడికి ఏం వాడు ఓన్లీ ఆ కంప్యూటర్నే పుచ్చుకుని బయలాడుతూ ఉంటాడు. బట్ దానిలో ఏమొస్తుంది అది ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టెల్లింగ్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వేస్ట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఇంపార్టెంట్. బట్ ఒక బ్యాలెన్స్ అనేది ఉండాలి కదా, సోషల్ బ్యాలెన్స్ లేదు ఇప్పుడు. సో హూ ఈస్ బికమింగ్ ఎ టీచర్? నోబడీ వాంట్స్ టు బికమ్ ఎ టీచర్. వెన్ నో టీచర్ ఈస్ దేర్, వాట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యాపెన్ టుమారో? దట్స్ ఇట్. No lecturer is there, what is going to happen tomorrow? And I am telling very clearly to you also now, remember very clearly, MCOM is a beautiful course. Actually, my career also started with MCOM only. In the year 97, December 12, I started my lecturership with MCOM degree only. 97 December. Already this 23rd year I am running out. So what I suggest is that read MCOM not for degree purpose. Not for the degree purpose. నాకు MCOM కావాలి అని చదవకండి. You read for a knowledge base. When once you complete your MCOM degree, you are 100%, 200% eligible for the post of junior lecturers also. If you have first class degree, that is very, very essential. Remember, If you have first class degree, then you are eligible. In some of the junior colleges, they are accepting the people with 55% also. But when the government changes the rule, we also don't know. So if you are having a first class with distinction or a first class degree, nobody can stop you. Right? So here you are seeing, if you have just read, understand, and make a notes on that, you can become an excellent lecturer. So
Sir,
yes.
first class is above 75%.
First class is above 60%. 70% is a distinction.
Okay, sir.
Distinction. MCOM first class with distinction means 70%. Only first class means 60%. Second class means 50. But for becoming a lecturer in the junior college, it is 55%. Whereas in the degree and PG colleges, it is first class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, again, MCOM will have a lot. Already, demand undi meeku nenu cheppakudadu gaani class lo. Ippudu kuda MCOM full demand. Accounts, finance subjects cheppagaligiతే definitely there is a lot of scope for this one. But important point here is you must be able to deliver something only, not fully. We also are not able to deliver everything. A lecturer is only a lecturer. That's all. So you must have a subject knowledge, communication, open to talk. That's all. And the 100% English and kaadu. మాట్లాడగలగాలి ఎంతవరకే. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the points to identify. So after the classes are over also, I will pick up the phone calls and I will talk to so many students. There is no issue for me in that. Actually, so many students are already in touch with me, so that you can feel free to talk also on any of the suggestions matter.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Always. So last one is entrepreneurship, then training. Already the training part you know well. So training is basically given to the people who are having sufficient skill. When the skill is not there, they will be trained. Don't feel that if I am not having skill, I cannot do. Nobody will be a person perfect. When I started teaching in that, then I also felt so much of tension. Finally, my principal came and told me that, Are Bhaskar, don't worry. Nobody is a born lecturer. So everybody is like that only. Feel free. Take class, whatever the time you can take, then come out with that. Later on, I will take. That's all. These are the words of the principal, actually. That words motivated me. I am telling my own experience, actually. I am not telling copying from anyone. So later on, okay, one day we are having problems. Second day, we will rectify. Third day, we will become okay. So and so. Fourth day, enjoy. After 5 years, whatever we teach, that is only teaching. That's all. అంతే కదా. ఇప్పుడు నేను బాగా చెప్పట్లేదా అంటే మీరు బాగా చెప్తున్నానని అంటారు, ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏం అనలేరు కదా. అది కాదు, అలానే కాదు. ఓకే, ఆఫ్టర్ ద సమ్ పర్ఫెక్షన్ విల్ డెఫినెట్లీ కమ్ ఓవర్ దట్. రైట్, దీస్ పాయింట్స్ యు హావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. Okay, then we will proceed to the incentive schemes for the small scale industries. This government initiative is over. Incentive schemes for the small scale industries. Defining small scale industries is given very clearly. So section 112 it has clearly defined in that. That is democratic. Rest of the industries only units which come under the category of small scale industries, as the government defines eligibility for official assistance, incentives, and so on. The separate definition is given by the. Just 2 minutes, no problem, it will come. A separate definition is given for the small scale industry, which helps us to identify the needy, identify the person, identify the schemes which are to be given, and so on. Second one is priority sector lending. What is meaning of priority sector lending? Small scale industries are made as a priority sector. Small scale industries are made as a priority sector in case of financing to the various industries. So government given a direct initiative to the banks that keep some amount as a reserve for the purpose of lending to the small scale industries. This is a direction given. Then fiscal concessions, that is financial concessions are given. Various exemptions, various concessions, central excise duty, central customs duty, excise duty, sales tax duty, even tax holiday. For the first 5 years, the public sector, small scale industrial sector units, they need not pay any amount of taxes also. Like the financial, fiscal is financial with budgetary constraints. Fiscal concessions are also clear. And reservation of items for the government purchase. Out of the so many products which are manufactured in small scale industries, out of the out of the various products manufactured by small scale industries, they are reserved for the exclusive purchase by the government organization. For example, government want paper bundle, then they will purchase on small scale, like that. Price reference. So SSI, the small scale industrial units are higher than ones offered by the medium and large scale industries. Whenever the prices of small scale industrial products are higher than ones offered by the medium enterprise, the context of items are reserved by the government purchase. Price preference to the extent of 15% will be given to the small scale industries. Then 50, if the price difference is more than 15%, then only they are opting for the other purchase. If price difference is less than 15%, government used to buy only and only from the small scale industrial units to provide the demand for that particular products. And reservation of items from the exclusive manufacturing in the small scale industry. Actually, in earlier days, 836 items are to be manufactured only and only by the small scale industries. Only and only by the small scale industry. But later on, only and only by the small scale industry. But what happens is that, so because of restriction on that, till 1990, 89, 88, these reservations are there. That means that products are not supposed to be manufactured by any of the multinational corporations, any of the multinational industries. Large industrial units are not supposed to manufacture. But later on, during the policy frameworks and all, that products, the small scale industries are not able to meet the demand for the public. Public demand is more. Public population is increasing. Public want more and more number of goods, but small scale industries are not able to produce. Then what happens? When demand is there, supply is not there, price will increase. Unnecessarily, it is inflating the prices. As a result of that, from 1991 onwards, even 1990 onwards, slowly it is reduced. 536 to something 630, then 630 to 571, 571 to 442 that I am able to remember. So 442. Later on, after 1991 industrial policy, this reservation system in itself collapsed. No reservation, everybody can produce anything else, but you must be in a competitive nature. So these are the various aspects that you have to understand. So these are considered as a incentive schemes for the small scale industries, or the same can be understood as the support from the government towards the small scale industries, right? Then problems of small scale industry. Problems of small scale industry. So even though 100 times we say small scale industrial units are very good, small scale industrial units are very employment generating, small scale industries are providing various usage of raw materials and so on and so on and so forth. They provide, but how long it can be? That is one situation. One point is that if I planted a tree, there must be capability of growing in the tree. If I planted a tree, then I cannot survive. I cannot make them protect for a long time. It must be having the capacity to grow. Then only it will grow. Otherwise, even you do 100 times of efforts, they will die. That's all. The same thing happened in the case of the small scale industrial units. They are not able to have the finances. Even the banks gave the loans to the small scale industry. They are not able to repay. Commitment is very much lacking for them. So they are very small entrepreneurs. Their ideology will be only for short term. So ఇంకా చెప్పాలంటే ఈ స్మాల్ స్కేల్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ సెక్టర్ లో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఏమంటున్నారంటే మేము ఒక 5 ఏళ్ళు వ్యాపారం చేస్తాము, 6 ఏళ్ళు వ్యాపారం చేస్తాము. దే ఆర్ వెరీ లిమిటెడ్ టైం పెట్టుకుంటున్నారు. సపోజ్ పేరెంట్స్ చేస్తున్నారు, యంగర్ జనరేషన్ లోకి వస్తే వాళ్ళు వ్యాపారాన్ని కంటిన్యూ చేయడానికి ఇష్టపడట్లేదు. బట్ అదే మరి టాటాస్, బిర్లాస్, అంబానీస్, హిందూజస్, అది వాళ్ళ అసలు లెవెల్ వేరే యాక్చువల్. So in that particular capacity, they are able to do hundreds of years of business. But small scale industrial sector people, they are not able to. And what they are feeling, what is there with the minimum amount of profit? I will again go for some of the other jobs so that I can get job and I can get relieved of this burden of risk. This is like there is a limitation on the motivational aspect of the people also. With all these things, the small scale industrial units, they became a unavoidable situation. Now, coming to the other problems on this, technology transfer is a big task. Even the new technology is there, even the new technology came into existence, the small scale industrial units are not able to take up the technology. Non-small scale industrial units are not able to accept the technology. Why? Because the people working in the small scale industrial units are very much uneducated. They don't know how to operate. They don't know how to operate a computer. They don't know how to operate a machine.
Yes.
They only know about handmade.
Yes.
అక్కడ ఏమవుతుందండి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా టెక్నాలజీ మనం ఇస్తాం కానీ వాళ్ళు యూజ్ చేయగలగాలి.
Yes.
చాలా చాలా సింపుల్. ఇంకొక మాట కూడా చెప్పిన, నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఆయన ఎవరో ఐఫోన్ పంపించాడు అమెరికా నుంచి. నేను ఏం చేసుకోవడానికి, నాకు వస్తుందా అది? నాకే రాదు. అది చాలా సింపుల్. ఆ ఐఫోన్ ఆపరేషన్స్ నాకు రావు, ఆటోమేటిక్గా మా అబ్బాయికి ఇచ్చానండి, వాళ్ళు వాడేసుకుంటున్నారు. అసలు ఈ ల్యాప్టాప్, ఈ కంప్యూటర్ టీచింగ్ కూడా మొన్నే కదండి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. అప్పటిదాకా మొత్తం చాక్ పీస్ డస్టర్.
Yes, sir.
ఇదే సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లం. యంగర్ జనరేషన్ లోనేమో లెర్నింగ్ స్కిల్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటున్నాయి, వాళ్ళేమో టెక్నాలజీ వైపు వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. మా జనరేషన్ లోనేమో ట్రెడిషనల్ మెథడ్స్ ఉండిపోతున్నాం, టెక్నాలజీ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ జరగడం లేదు. ఇది ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే,
Not only this problem, sir, lot of problems they are facing about this small scale industries people. Not only illiteracy, but also financing and some lot of unavailability of resources.
అవునండి.
So that, yeah.
One more thing, sir. Actually, nowadays everything is a mechanized unit. Every person wants a easy way out. Every person wants high quality product at lowest, cheapest price.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Demands are also rising in the same
Ante.
way.
Rightly. According to this, simultaneously, the finance has to arrange as well as the resources has to arrange. If a small beginner, they cannot take the crores of rupees of machinery. It cannot install at a one time. Take the example of floor mill.
Yes.
Now the Germany machinery are very classical in the world. So they cannot purchase for the 5 to 6 lakhs for one machine.
Yes.
Industry means has to arrange at least 10 machines in an industry.
Yes.
So the small and beginner, they cannot install at a one time.
Right.
Yeah. They have the advanced technology.
Yes.
As well as the microcontroller installed in that also.
Yes.
So the cost of efficiency is very less, but
Yes.
at a one time we have to install the crores of rupees.
That is very true. Actually, మనకు మహేష్ బాబు సినిమా ఒకటి వచ్చింది చూసారా, శ్రీమంతుడు సినిమా. దాంట్లో ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంది, ఎవ్వరు పండిత్ సలూన్ వెళ్ళిపోతే తర్వాత మీరు ఏం తింటారా అని అడుగుతాడు.
Yes, sir. That is he is saying in the mall, na, sir.
That is very 100%
Make
correct.
like a mall.
మనం ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయలేము, వాళ్ళని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయనివ్వకపోతే మనం ఏం తింటాం రేపు పొద్దున? రైస్ దొరుకుతుందా? దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. సో దొరకదండి. ఇంకా స్టిల్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఏరియాస్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద టోటల్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ దే ఆర్ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ ద అగ్రికల్చర్. వాళ్ళు ఆ అగ్రికల్చర్ చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి మనం సఫిషియెంట్ ఫుడ్ గ్రెయిన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, లేకపోతే ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చుకుంటాం? దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. వై ఆయిల్ ఈజ్ నౌ 190 rupees, 200 rupees, because everything we are importing from foreign countries. But
see, sir, this is also cannot increase, but they are showing different reasons, but which is not related to India. Yes. This is also fact.
Russia-Ukraine war, they are showing and they are increasing.
Showing the reason, but actually he is not the source from to India. India is one of the largest country production in the world, the agriculture production. Yes, this is the fact.
Correct. అసలు సిస్టమ్స్ మధ్యలో కోఆర్డినేషన్ యాక్టివిటీ తక్కువ.
కోఆర్డినేషన్ మస్ట్ బి.
yes. Non-availability of finances, that is already we are discussing. As I told you, banking sector. Okay, we are insisting banks to give loans to small scale. Okay, they will give 5 lakhs loan or 5 crores or 1 crore loan to the small scale industries. This industry does not pay. That's
no,
all.
Sir. Okay, first we will raise this question about this matter. Yeah. Okay, like this, how many industries they wants to be established? The government, the parliament, they said now this is the reservation for the small scale industries people. They can avail the loan from the bank. But it is in the authority of the bank which has to give. Doesn't have to give. What, sir?
Yes, correct. One more thing, sir. If small scale industrialist is not able to pay the loan, the government will make it an issue. Whereas the big shots like Air India, Kingfisher Airlines,
Yes.
What happened in that? What happened in case of Nirav Modi?
Yeah.
Multi crores of rupees.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Yeah, what they are doing? Still, they are enjoying benefits of that.
Yes.
So only small fishes are caught and large fishes are out.
Yeah.
Then finally, inspector Raj system. This is also another problem to the small scale industries. So I will give you a subsidy. For example, gas subsidy is given, electricity subsidy is given. Then immediately the next day, the electrical department will come for inspection. I will give gas subsidy and gas department will come for inspection. I will give loan, bank will come for inspection. So how many inspectors will come? Finally, by in between the process of inspection, so many illegals, bribes, etc. came to the point, and finally this inspector Raj system. These inspectors started threatening these small scale industrialists. They are not able to leave, but they are not letting them leave. Finally, because of this harassment of this one, so ఇదంతా ఎందుకు మనకి అవసరం లేదు తీసిపారేమని చెప్పి మనకు ఫైనల్ గా కంక్లూజన్ వస్తాం. So not one inspector, not single window inspector. 10 inspectors are coming every day, and the small scale industry is not able to manage that much of accounting, that much of systems. Finally, it is becoming a problem again. And
Yes.
lastly, infrastructural constraints. In case of infrastructure constraint also, the whatever the buildings that were constructed by the various biggest organizations, they are multi-crore buildings, but whereas small scale industries are only lesser and lesser. These are the various important aspects that we have to understand in case of the small scale industries. That is one is that privatization lesson. This is most important lesson. Benefits of privatization, methods of privatization. Methods of privatization is 100% important. Small scale industrial units, definite question will be there. Government initiatives, incentives to the production, problems of SSA. So these aspects you go through it, and now it is already 5:20 time. Now from your side, are you able to follow my classes?
I am following now, sir.
Yeah, I want a feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. We can follow.
Okay. Are you able? Is it interesting to you to listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Are you happy with my teaching? Last and final question.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Why these questions coming, sir?
No,
You
sir.
have any
Feedback.
Because, feedback is very
The
important
feedback.
because it is getting
Yes,
recorded.
it is very.
Yeah, it is
Yes.
a live recording, YouTube lecture. That is the purpose.
Yes,
I
sir.
know, but some standards must be there with that.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So I hope I am very thankful to you for listening constantly for all this time.
in this
We are
unit?
very thankful for you, sir.
Yes, sir, for having continuous
Yes, yes.
classes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, in this, which could be the question can may ask in the unit in this unit, sir?
Sir, Khalil sir, నేను క్లోజ్ చేయట్లేదు. నేను క్లోజ్ చేయట్లేదు. డోంట్ వరీ. ఐ యామ్ నాట్
Okay,
క్లోజింగ్.
okay.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అంటే ఒక స్ట్రక్చరల్ గా థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్పేస్తాను అంతే.
Arey,
మళ్ళా
sir,
మనం
why
కంటిన్యూ
not,
చేస్తాం. క్లోజ్ చేయడం లేదు.
already
Don't
so
worry.
many times I had told to you, sir. Don't this question in your mind, sir, because methods are very nice, alhamdulillah, very fine, and we are thanks to you. You are teaching to us
You're giving relevant examples.
examples, and method is very nice. You are the senior
Easy way to
professor.
understand.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
you are the senior professor of the bro.
Thank
We are
you.
very much appreciate to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, and from my side also, thank you, Khalil sir, for constant listening all the classes. I have taken 8 classes. Totally 8 are allotted to me. To be frank, I want to share one thing to you. Today, actually, I thought of going out of station by applying leave today. But well, Saturday, kada, I thought of applying leave on today and 28th and 29th. But I postponed my journey and I sent my brother and my mother to out of station. And by night, I will go for your class only. I am waiting.
Thank you
very
so
much.
Thank you
much,
so
sir.
much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Actually,
we don't have that superior words to thanks to you, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
very much thanks to you
that's all, sir. Please,
because you
please.
had considered to us to consider our class. You are considering our career also, sir.
Sir, that's important, sir. That is very important. I am telling very
Thank
clear.
you very much.
So at the post graduation level, I am telling very clear. At the post graduation level, teaching, learning, getting degree, getting marks, along with that, career should be planned, sir. Otherwise, nobody can have a beautiful life. Career
Correct.
should be planned. Okay. And at a
Yes.
moment of time, if you make a call, always I am available. Even you put a message at one time or other, I will definitely call back to you. No worry on that. Already, I hope you have my number with you. That is
Yes.
one. Okay. As a request came from most of you, I think And if offline classes actually they are conducted, we are happy. But whether what is the date of examination? July. In the July, am I right?
Yes, from July 11th.
July 11th. Okay, in the June month, if they conduct the offline classes, it is happy. Even though they don't conduct offline classes, you take the unit number already in the previous class. I told you, Khalil sir, for you. And this business environment in that first lesson is general, that is contemporary business and all that you can understand. Then in the second lesson onwards, the process of environmental analysis is 1.9. You do one thing. You note down the points. This 1.9. This will not change according to the page number.
Okay.
These side heading points you remember note. అంటే ఇవి మారవండి. మీకు బుక్ లో పేజ్ నెంబర్ మారచ్చేమో కానీ ఈ సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్ నెంబర్ మారదు, అదే ఉంటుంది. సో
okay sir.
1.8 objectives and issues of environmental analysis.
Yes.
1.9 the process of environmental analysis. This is the most important one.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
1.10 limitations of environmental analysis. Bus. And then 2.5 new economic policy. 2.5 new economic policy.
Okay.
2.9.
Then lesson you can ignore. Fourth lesson, technology environment. This is totally important. Fourth lesson is important totally. Technology and economy. That is one that you have to read and mark up. Then unit number 5, clearly I have explained you. And 5.3, impact of culture on the business. Then 5.5, social responsibility of the business, arguments for and against. Arguments for and against. Then lastly 5.7, limitations of social responsibility. Right? Then 6th lesson, ethics. Okay. 6.7 you refer. 6.7.
Okay.
Improving ethical
Yeah,
decision.
6.10. Okay, that's 6.7. Next 6.10, factors influencing corporate governance. This is the most important point. Factors influencing corporate governance. Then 7th one, economic planning in India. In that economic planning in India, I have dictated you small notes, that is 7.2. Summary only you have to take on that, not page wise. Then 7.4, socio-economic objectives of the planning.
Okay, sir.
Then 7.8, again new economic policy only, but that only that is reference you can make on that. All the tables are not required. That is only summary information is given to you. Economic growth and development, structural, other relevant structures, and dimensions of industry. I think this is all summary information is given in the form of tables, sir. That is why I have gone to unit number 10, that is privatization. Privatization total lesson you muck up. So definitely there will be a sure question on that. Then after that one, privatization, designation, small scale industrial business, that we have done with that. These are some of the important aspects that we have to learn in the particular.
Still 10 only, sir.
10, but another 3 and 4 blocks are there. The 3-4 blocks we have to discuss in the offline class aspect, or you can do one thing.
Okay,
sir. The third economic policy.
You give important question.
Yeah.
If classes are not conducted, we will prepare.
మీ పరిస్థితి నాకు తెలుసు కదండి.
Okay, sir.
కొంచెం ఒక సింపుల్ నేను ఒక చిన్న డౌట్ ఉంది నాకు మనసులో. సరే కానివ్వండి, ఇంకేమన్నా ఒకసారి క్లాస్ లోకి వచ్చాక తప్పదు. మీరు ఒకసారి ఆఫ్లైన్ లో అడిగితే కూడా బాగుంటుంది కొంచెం. మరి అది ఎందుకంటే నా లిమిటేషన్ నాకు ఉంటుంది కదా.
Yes.
అర్థం చేసుకోండి. Yeah, this is 13.3. 13.3 salient features of the new industrial policy 1991.
Okay, sir.
Monetary policy 14. 14.2 structure of Indian banking.
Sorry, sir.
14.2, sir.
2.2.
14.2.
14 point.
14.4 is the most important question.
Okay, sir.
Most important, it's not the question. I am not supposed to use the word question. Sorry. Most important topic.
Okay, sir.
Sorry for using the question. I am not the paper setter. So which question is important? That is only decided by the paper setters only. Then the important topic. That's it. Budget. Then financial sector reforms. That is lesson number 16. So 16, 16.4. 16.5. 17. 17.5.
17.5.
17.6 అవసరం లేదు 6 just give a reading 18.3
Okay, sir.
19.2 foreign collaboration.
Okay, sir.
20 multinational corporations is the most important. Types of multinational corporation, determinants of multinational, the process of multinationalization of the firm. These points you can read and understand.
Which
Right?
which lesson, sir?
20.
20.3,
20,
4, 5.
అవన్నీ ఉంటాయండి దాంట్లో. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So, always welcome. Thank you very much. Now, shall I close the class now?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Try
Yes,
to
sir.
arrange to us, sir. But once again, we are requesting to you, try to arrange. Okay. In that we can speak more things and more
Which one?
about. Okay, sir.
Sir, if we will request for online classes of your subject, will you be okay?
No. Because this is the against the policy.
अच्छा, नहीं अभी time नहीं है ना.
Okay. But one thing, Amma, Ruhi, one thing you can understand. We are not supposed to handle any of the classes on our own.
Yes.
Unless,
No, if we'll request the department,
yeah,
if they'll arrange online classes, will you be available?
then automatically it will come to me. No doubt.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. Read well. You all should get first class with distinction.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Allah Ameen.